Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX as part of Ham Radio's oldest ham radio magazine on the air, This Week in Amateur Radio. I'm Bill, AJ8B. If you're watching this on YouTube, the text of this will be included in the show notes, so you don't have to worry about writing down dates and call signs and URLs. They'll be in the show notes. My apologies for getting this out so late on Saturday. I was at the DX dinner on Friday night until about 10:30 p.m. and headed home to record this. We had a line of severe thunderstorms come through, and we lost our electricity for several hours. I had to be at Hamvention early today, so this is the first time I've had to pull this together. However, I felt it was better late than never since everything we're going to talk about is still going to be active by the time you get this. Perhaps you can review this with a cold beverage in hand instead of first thing Saturday morning with coffee like I normally recommend. Well, let's get started. Licensed radio amateur elected Chancellor of Germany. DK7DQ Joachim Merz was elected Chancellor of Germany on May 6th. Merz, who is 69, is longtime head of Germany's Christian Democratic Union. An attorney by training, he has also worked as a judge and corporate board member and has held numerous political and party roles. He succeeds Olaf Scholz as Chancellor. Merz joins several well-known licensed amateur radio operators who have become leaders of their countries, including HS10 Alpha, King Rama X of Thailand, JY1, King Hussein of Jordan, and his wife, JY2, Noor Al Hussein, LU1SM, Carlos Menem, former president of Argentina, VU2RG, Rajiv Gandhi, former prime minister of India, Italy 0, Fox Charlie Golf, Francesco Cossiga, former president of Italy, and YN1AS, General Estasio Somoza Debayle, former president of Nicaragua. Congratulations to Chancellor Merz. Each week I try to focus on those entities that will be available in the next 7 days. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on the next week might be helpful. Here's what you should find QRV when you tune the bands this week. The following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the Daily DX, the Weekly DX, and the House DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the Daily DX, your only source of real-time DX information, just drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com. The recent ZS8W DXpedition to Prince Edward and Marion Island by Eurus YL2GM is now QRT. Eurus put 31,672 QSOs in the log, and OQRS is now operational for that DXpedition. Congratulations to Eurus for a job well done. It was an all-time new one for me, and congratulations to anyone else who picked up an all-time new one with ZS8W. To celebrate the 77th anniversary of the State of Israel and the Israeli Association of Radio Communication, special call sign prefixes 4X77 and 4Z77 will be active on the air May 10th to the 30th. Don't miss this opportunity to work a special 77 prefix and join the celebration. C37JPE from Andorra is QRV through this month from the Unió de Radio de Aficionados Andorrans Club. The special call sign is for the Games of the Small States of Europe. The games are in Andorra through the end of the month. QSL Bureau or direct. From the Ohio Penn DX Bulletin, I have the following. In the city of Rems on May 7, 1945 at 2:41 a.m., the unconditional surrender of the German armed forces was signed, thus ending the Second World War in Europe. For this occasion, a group of OMs from Marne will use the special call sign TM45END in May from the 14th to the 18th and from the 21st to the 25th. They will be active on all bands and all modes. And you know how I love operating and working and confirming these special event stations. I can't wait to get that card. A team from India will be operating from Agadi, Lakshadweep Islands as VU7 Tango from May 22nd to the 28th, including travel dates and the CQ-WPX-CW contest. They plan to be active on all HF bands using simple vertical antennas near the shores. All QSOs will be uploaded free of charge to LOTW and Clublog. For paper confirmation, Clublog's OQRS will also be used, with QSLs expected to be printed in mid-July. LA9GY Morton will be operating in northwestern Eswanti as 3 Delta Alpha Zero Golf Yankee from May 22nd to June 2nd. He will use an ICOM 705, a small amplifier, and a DX Commander vertical antenna. His primary focus will be the 10, 15, and 20 meter bands, with possible operations on WARC 79 bands, as well as 80 and 40 meters. Expect to hear him mostly on CW, although he plans to do some single sideband. Upon his return to Norway, there may be a delay before he posts the QSOs on LOTW due to potential non-radio related holidays. He aims to respond promptly to direct QSL requests with SASEs. Sending letters abroad from Norway is costly, amounting to $4 US. After his 2.5 day operation from Zulu Delta 8 Golf Bravo Ascension Island, G3WIP Jerry will now be working in the Stanley Falkland Islands from May 10th to July 12th. In his spare time, he will be QRV as VP8 DPD using an FT857D and an ATIS 120 antenna, mostly on 20 and 10 meters. Frank, PH2M, will be activating PJ4M May 16th through the 29th, mostly FT8 and some single sideband on 80 through 10 meters. 6 meters is possible also. QSL to his home QTH or use LOTW or Club Log OQRS. To mark the 2025 Giro d'Italia, the 108th 3-week Grand Tour cycling stage race, which began in the first 3 days in Albania Special Event Station ZA25GIA, that station is now QRV. The 3-week event will end in Rome. The ZA25 Golf India Alpha call sign will be active from Torina Elbasia, Kruja, and Shokadar from May 9th to the 31st. They will be active on CW, sideband, and digital modes on 160 through 2 meters. Again, another really cool special event station. After his holiday-style operation as Fox Yankee stroke DL4AE from French Guiana, Antonio will be in Suriname as PZ5 Echo Alpha from May 22 to the 26th. Look for him on QO100 and some QRP on the HF bands. Delta 44 Zulu Zulu India Warren is now QRT, while Delta 44 Tango Whiskey Oscar will continue to operate for another week or so with his dipole from 80 through 10 meters and a Yagi on 6 meters. D44 ZZI logged over 2,300 QSOs on 40 through 10 meters. Most zones and many DXCCs are represented in those QSOs. Call signs have been uploaded to Club Log, noting that the official log is with M0OXO for QSL management. We thank the many OMs and YLs that sought us out during our activation of Santiago Island, Cabo Verde. We enjoyed every QSO. And because Harold will continue operating, there will be a few more opportunities, whether you are hunting for a new one or simply an important band slot. The celebration begins Friday, May 16th, which was yesterday, at 0800 Zulu as the International Amateur Radio Club celebrates the 160th anniversary of the founding of the International Telecommunications Unit with the special event station 4U0 ITU, expected to be QRV until the end of the year. QO100 satellite ops will want to listen for ITU Secretary General KD2JTX, Doreen, to give a speech at 0800 Zulu. HF activities will also begin at that time. They also plan to be QRV on 6 meters. QSOs will be uploaded to LOTW. The most recent DX Mentor YouTube episode is available this weekend. Jim, WB2REM, was the guest. Jim discussed the upcoming DXpedition to the Faroe Islands the first week of June, as well as some of his exploits, some dangerous and some fun. Jim was outstanding to interview and just a great guy, so check that one out. If you're interested in DX Podcast and our YouTube channel, you should check out the DX Mentor Facebook page and subscribe to be kept up to date on all of the DX activities that we have going on. Please send me an email if you need details on anything that we talked about or you would like me to include something. Until next week, this is Bill, AJ8B saying 7-3, and thanks to my XYL Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.